Okay, so this is the third wanted list, and we're gonna start off with the Blade. This is what it looks like. It's just a lowrider convertible. And the first spot is in Battery Point near the Pleasure Dome. You can find them driving around here. The second spot is in Doherty near your safe house. You can find them driving around here. The third spot is in Garcia, all of Garcia pretty much. You can find them driving around here. Next is the freeway bike, and this is what it looks like. The first spot is in Queens, and it'll be parked in front of the Hippie Shopper shop. The second spot is at the Avispa Country Club, and it'll just be driving around. The third spot is at Wang's Cars, but you gotta make sure that you come in from the King's District so that it actually spawns here. The fourth spot is in front of the Vankhoff Hotel, and pretty much this entire road in Kings and in Queens. They'll be driving around everywhere. The fifth spot is in all of Paradiso. They'll be driving around here. The sixth spot is in Flint County, right at the edge of this tunnel, right next to the airport. You just gotta make sure that it says Flint County on the bottom right corner, and they'll spawn. The seventh spot is right here in this corner, south of San Fierro. You just gotta make sure that it says Mount Chiliad on the bottom right corner, and they'll spawn here driving around. The next car is the Mesa, and it just looks like a Jeep. The first spot is all of Missionary Hill, and you can find them driving around everywhere here. The second spot is right on top of Missionary Hill, and you can find it parked right next to the radio tower. The third spot is more of a method, and you have to start the vigilante missions, and eventually one of the criminals will be driving around with the Mesa, and all you have to do is follow him until he crashes, and they crash a lot, by the way, and just steal the car and drive away and fail the mission. The next car is the ZR350, and at night you can tell because the headlights pop out. And the first spot is pretty much this entire road in Kings and also Queens, and you can find them driving around everywhere here. It's pretty much in front of the Vankhoff Hotel. The second spot is at the Avispa Country Club, and you can find them driving around everywhere here. The third spot is in Paradiso. You can find them driving around everywhere here. The fourth spot is in Financial at the valet place, and if you just wait here long enough, eventually one of them will pull up. The next car is the Euros, and you can easily tell by the glass sunroof. Now the only method I found that you can get this Euros in San Fierro is you have to do the vigilante missions, and eventually one of them will be driving with it, and you just have to wait for him to crash and just try to steal it really fast and drive away with it.
My bad, homie.
Okay, so the only other spot I know that it spawns is in Las Venturas, and it'll be at the Camel's Toe right here, and it'll just spawn there parked, and I think I have had it locked once or twice, so be wary of that, and it'll just be parked here. Next is the Banshee, and this is what it looks like. It'll spawn in Garcia right next to the gym, right here in this alley right here, and it'll spawn here like 95% of the time. Next is the Super GT, and this is what it looks like. The first spot is at the Avispa Country Club, and you can find them driving around here. The second spot is in front of the Vankoff Hotel in Kings and Queens, and you can find them driving around here. The third spot is in Paradiso, and you can find them driving around here. The fourth spot is right outside of the driving school. If you complete all the missions bronze, it'll just spawn right here, right outside of the school. The next spot is at Easter Bay Airport, and you can find it right next to this radio tower. And a lot of times I find that this one is locked. So what I do is I drive away enough for it to despawn and come back, and it'll be unlocked. The next car is the Journey, and it pretty much looks like the Breaking Bad RV. The first spot is south of San Fierro, and in this little corner right here, it counts as Mount Chiliad. So as long as you're standing here, they'll start driving around. The second spot is right next to the airport right here. This little corner right here counts as Red County. So as long as it says Red County on the bottom right, they'll spawn driving around. The third spot is you need to get on the highway and just go all the way south until it says Whetstone. And right here they'll spawn driving around. The next car is the Huntley, and this is what it looks like. The first spot is at the Vispa Country Club, and you can find it parked here and driving around. The next spot is right outside of the driving school, and you could find it parked in the parking lot, but sometimes it won't spawn there, so all you have to do is drive away far enough for everything to despawn, and then drive back and it should be parked there. The next spot is in front of the Vankoff Hotel, and pretty much the entirety of Kings, this entire road, and you could find them driving around here. The next spot is in Paradiso, and you can find them driving around here. The last car is the BF Injection, and this is what it looks like. You could find it in Missionary Hill on the beach right here, and it'll just spawn parked right there. The second spot is pretty much all of Missionary Hill, but the closest place I could find to the docks was right here. It counts as Missionary Hill, and you can find them driving around here.